This one very highly competitive. Just in terms of perimeter shooting, it's definitely been the Purple Raiders leading in that department. 11 of 19 from 3. John Carroll just 3 for 15 from behind the arc. They're 0 for 5 on that front in this second half. And Mount Union has gone 4 for 10. Not sure if we may potentially see, because inside has really been the focal point for John Carroll in the paint, outscoring Mount Union 32-20, but can they maybe even just one shot, especially in a 2-point game, just one shot from outside could make a difference?
Yes, it can, and I keep stressing, I can't stress it enough, any player on Mount Union can go off at any time. We saw Gurley go off in the first half and really quiet in the second half, but any of these guys, they're just so talented. They're so athletic, they're so strong, they're so skilled. At this level, you don't have too many teams with that much skill and athleticism and also some size. So you just got to guard in all 5 phases.
Frazier matched with Mansfield, 10 on the shot clock. Parker looks to work inside on Eller. Mansfield stops, turns, puts it up. Shorty at the floor, rebounded by Toppin. Higgins on the running company. No look pass to Higgins. John Carroll ties it at 60.
Love it there. Chase Toppin, great court vision. Great touch on the ball as well from Jerry Higgins.
5 minutes remain. We're deadlocked at 60. It's a whole new ball game. Jerry Higgins had his first 2 points right there. Hudson dumps inside for Parker. Tip stolen by Frazier. He's on the fast break. Inside, Frazier with the hammer! 62-60 Blue Streaks.
You know, for a second I was like, no, Luke, just lay it in. You don't want to risk anything going off the back iron or anything, but he electrified this crowd to take the lead. He had a similar shot against Baldwin Wallace last week where they took the lead with a big dunk from him with about this. Actually, I think it was the same score.
Exact score,
62-60.
exact basket. How about that? But Christian Parker wastes no time with a jumper. High energy here as Newsom nearly steals it. Whistle blows, and he'll get tagged with a foul as Chase Toppin fell into his own bench. A couple of subs for Mount Union. Chris Painter Jr., Braden Poole. We got 4:19 left, Noah. This is a dandy of a top 10 matchup, if I'd say myself.
Living up to the hype again, and you know, it's really, really great to see the student section finally out for a big game like this. You just cannot find a seat here. It just gives me goosebumps, Logan, because I know John Carroll has really struggled the last couple years and haven't had as many good crowds just because the team hasn't been as good, but this really feels like old school John Carroll basketball back in the day with sold-out crowds, the great student section. This is what Division III basketball is all about, especially here at John Carroll.
Eller low in the shot clock, puts it up and in, and a foul, and Luca Eller with a chance for one more.
This is the time where the Blue Streaks really start to come alive. They like to wear teams down, especially late in the second half, being able to be aggressive, be tough in that paint, just like Luca Eller was there. And that was a tough shot there, but able to get fouled and head of the line for a chance to complete a 3-point play.
Eller making his 5th straight start. Has played more significant time in the absence of Will Jantek, who's back in the fold now. He makes it. It's a 3-point play, 65-62. John Carroll leading by 3. Eller with now 5 points and 8 rebounds in this one. Up the floor is Gurley, stolen away by Higgins. This crowd is rowdy in University Heights. They want some more on the board. Frazier, Mansfield defends. Eller hands back to Frazier, high school teammates, now in the blue and gold. Eller looked to screen. Frazier to the rim, puts it up, almost put it in, and Braden Poole comes away with the rebound. Nearly 3.5 to play. Blood is pumping on both sides. Pull up Jay Mansfield. That's no good. And a foul on the rebound. It'll go against the Purple Raiders. And John Carroll is now in the 1-and-1.
If I was Jeffrey Mansfield, I don't know if I would have taken that shot necessarily. I would like to spread that ball a little bit around. And I know he's a guy that, you know, he doesn't take a ton of shots from outside, but he's a guy that can really attack the rim. Surprised a little bit there by that shot selection.
So John Carroll, anytime they're fouled, just about every single one, they will head to the foul line. And we talked about potentially winning the game at the free throw line for both sides. For right now, coming down to it potentially for the Blue Streaks. And I don't know how many times you've had the floor wiped, but at the same facilities and their staff doing a fantastic job. And you said, yes, a volleyball player in the action there for John Carroll. So not just playing for John Carroll, but working for them as well. Fantastic job. Eller made his last one to complete a three-point play. He cans this one, and he will get the latter half of a 1-and-1. Eller now 6 points and 8 rebounds. It's the Blue Streaks by 4. 8th-ranked team in Division III, leading the 3rd-ranked team, looking for a signature victory in this season. Eller makes a second, but still lots of work to be done. Blue Streaks up by 5. Mount Union nowhere near out of it. Painter quickly up the right side.
Good job by Chase Toppin to get back.
Parker on Eller, puts it up, couldn't put it in, but he did get fouled, and that was John Carroll's last foul to give.
But I mean, that's kind of the guy you want to foul if you're in that situation, because Parker has just continued to struggle from that line in this one.
Parker 1 for 6. And the student section's kind of letting him know. I can't tell exactly what they're saying, but they don't want him to make these.
They're saying shake it off.
But the first one is good. Looks like he's shaking away anything said towards him. He's looking to make the second and make it a potential 1-score game. 3:23 left. Second free throw also good. So 67-64, Blue Streaks leading by 3. Luke Chacon, he has 4 fouls, but he's back in the fold for the Blue Streaks.
Take your time here if you're the Blue Streaks. You don't need to rush anything. Don't take a bad shot here. Try to wind the shot clock all the way down if you can.
Toppin wants Chacon to cut. He does. Rayner slashes, backs down on Mansfield. Baby hook, almost goes in. Eller on the tip, puts it in. He even had his arm held a bit as well. Doesn't matter, he finishes.
You know, I don't know if Luka Eller was going for the rebound there, if he was just going for the tip. I think he was just trying to maybe get that ball and try to secure it with both hands, but that luckily falls in for the Blue Streaks. Takes a little member's roll, if you will, into the net.
And Mansfield almost made a pretty acrobatic layup, left his feet falling to his back. He did get fouled, and now both teams in the 1-and-1 and can potentially reach the double bonus. Both teams with 7 fouls apiece. In the second half, Jeffrey Mansfield at the line for Mount Union. It's his first trip, and on the season, just over 72%. Makes the first.
He's definitely one of their best free throw shooters, I would say, Mansfield, just because a lot of the guys, as we mentioned, as the 9th worst in the conference in free throw shooting. But I think this is going to be the story for Mount Union, especially down by 4 now. Can they make the free throws when necessary?
Second free throw rattles home for the 5th-year transfer. And a timeout is called by the Purple Raiders. They now have 2 remaining. 2:46 to go in the second half, 69-66. Number 8, John Carroll ahead of number 3, Mount Union. It is a full timeout.